Hola. Oh, wait. All right. I forgot to mute it. But we're going to get started in just a moment over here. Just go ahead and listen to the lovely sounds of StreamYard's dance pop. I'll be right back. incredible evening. Hello, everyone. Incredible evening. We are going to do some sublimation tonight. All right, we're going to sublimate on at least 8 different substrates. We're going to talk about some substrates that you guys probably don't even think about sublimating on. There are so many that you can sublimate on and tap in. Like, that's a way for you to really tap into different markets. And we're going to explore all of that. All right. All of it. We're going to take a look at that, and we're going to just talk about some of the things that you can sublimate. And also the fact that with the right paper, i.e., honestly speaking, sublimation paper, the guesswork of trying to figure out, okay, well, if I have this substrate, what do I press it at? If it's this one, what do I press it at? Everything that we're going to press today, it's going to be at the exact same temp and time. All right. The exact same. I know that you can't see me. I have it up for a reason. So we are going to sublimate at the exact same temp and time with all of these different substrates. So I cannot wait to share with you and show you guys what all we're going to sublimate. If you can see me sublimate anything other than an all over shirt, we're not doing that. Okay. If it's something that you can see me sublimate today, what would it be? What are some things that you would like? Like, you know, you kind of always see the same stuff. What is something that you would like to see sublimated today? All right. So I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to go ahead and start writing that in. And I was setting some other stuff up. There we go. Hello there. How are thou? I am Shakia, the professor of HSINK365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the best sublimation paper that allows you to sublimate at 365 degrees as fast as 30 seconds. We have sublimation ink, 140 milliliter bottles, so you get more bang for your buck. They are keyed for EcoTank printers, so you can use them with your cartridge-based printers as well. Oh, come on. I can't get the lid off. Your cartridge-based printers as well as your eco-solvent printers, because it has a universal nozzle on it. Come on. All right, let's just take this off. I don't know why this is stuck. I don't know who put this on here, but my top is stuck. Goodness. Okay. Can't get my top off. Okay, that's not going to come off. I got to find another one, but it is keyed for sublimation. For EcoTank bottles as well as cartridges. And we do sell the cartridges if you have the older workforce and even the new ones on our website, shop.hsink365.com. Okay. We're also the home of the 365 Creative Academy, where we help you to unlock your creativity in a wide variety of trainings, such as our sublimation seminar, where we break down everything, understanding like which printers you can use, breaking down like heat presses and what you should know about the heat presses, how to choose the best heat press for you. We go through troubleshooting, understanding like what I had to go through today, why your colors look a certain way. Like, we literally go through all of that in the sublimation seminar. You can still get the playbacks for that by going over to our website, shop.hsink365.com, click on class playbacks and look for that sublimation seminar and sign up for the playbacks, and you can start watching that immediately. So go ahead and check that out. Okay. All right. Oh, I really do wish I had some of those, but it's metal, right? I do have some things that are metal, so it'll kind of be somewhere in there, but I don't have any of those. I'm not really big on those, so I haven't actually ordered any of that. All right. Ooh, a keychain. So we may or may not have that. Earrings. Actually, I do have a pair, but I did not create a size for it, so I'll try to size something up for earrings. But I do have some NBF, and it's technically the same exact material. It's just smaller. All right. Okay, I don't have a garden flag, but to see, that is something where it would be maybe piecing it together depending on the size of it. So we're going to keep it real simple with like your simple things, but I do have some flags over here that I technically could have pressed too. But the garden flags, that is one where that's kind of it pieces together. That falls in that same line of all over shirts, because we would have to piece it. Even with my wide format printer, it's just longer. So unfortunately, we won't be able to do that one. Ooh, a passport cover. I don't have a passport cover, but I do have, wait, where'd it go? I have a wallet, which is basically the same thing. It's made of the exact same material. So you're going to get to see a wide variety of things. Like I have a whole bunch of stuff here, y'all. A whole bunch of stuff here. So I'm going to show you guys what all we have here. And they're going to press a lot of these items right now. Hats. I would need a hat press for like my hat press setup, and in here the hat press isn't, but that's a good one. I don't think I've ever done a live video showing a hat, so I have to, you know, put that one on my list to do, because the hat press is not in here. We just have the flatbed press in here, but I'm gonna remember that one, Rebecca. So make sure that you follow so you can come on back and see me do hats. So whether or not you see it here, because over here it's not saved, you can always go over to our YouTube channel, Honestly Speaking, and watch the playback over there. So be on the lookout for it there if you end up missing the live video. Okay. All right. Oh, come on. What is this doing right now to me? Oh, wow. Let's see. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're just going to, so if you're watching over on Sillaholics Anonymous, I'm just going to try and help my numbers out a little bit. And we're going to remove that one. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and I think that's the one that's there. The regular Sillaholics Anonymous page. I can't figure out then what is that. Sillaholics Anonymous. All right. Yep, we're going to remove that one. If you guys could give this video a thumbs up, also let me know where you guys are watching from. That definitely helps it out with distributing the video. So if you can just go ahead and let me know where you are watching from, that would we would greatly appreciate that. And just give this video a thumbs up, share it out, tag a friend. All right, this is going to be great for beginners and newbies. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back over here, and I need to go to this page because I forgot to share it somewhere. Let's go share, and we're going to go more options, share it to a group. All right, there we go. All right, thank you for checking in from Dayton, Texas, Douglasville, Georgia. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. All right. You are watching from the Honestly Speaking YouTube channel. Thank you so very much. Have you sublimated on white leather or faux leather? If yes, could you demo? I have done that before. I'm not a big fan of it. Over time, it tends to fade out. It just doesn't hold. It doesn't really hold that sublimation ink. So I've done some like the ones that were like they were the, was it 5 and below ones, and then I had another one that was an actual like journal cover, and with both of those and like the faux leather one, it kind of blurred out a little bit. Now the where is this thing? Here it is. The wallet. So the other ones had like that actual texture to it. So this is supposed to be kind of like a faux leather. It's a little bit harder, but it's supposed to, I guess, be like that. So we're going to do this wallet, which I don't know who in the hell, excuse my French, I don't know who in the heck this is made for. This is why I'm doing this for demo purposes. To be honest, I would never sell this. My husband was like, who in the heck? Maybe a female, even though they advertise this as a male wallet. No male is going to put this big hunky-dory thing in their pocket. This is just ridiculously huge. Even MJ said this was too big. So maybe like a lady and being able to have this and like put this in your purse, maybe. But most men, this wallet's too big. But it kind of has, I guess I can say like that, like the ladies one. So we are going to sublimate this. So hopefully that will satisfy that. All right. But yeah, when it comes to like the journal covers and things like that, over time, it blurred out. Like it just, the edges blur out and the color starts to fade from it. So I don't recommend them. She's like, OMG, the 5 and below journals got me bag. I'm stuck with about 25 of them, but you can't put you can put HTV on them, but yeah, it'll look great when you first sub them, but that's going to blur out. From New York City. Thank you. The Bronx, New York. City girl, country girl, watching from Doddridge, Arkansas, or Arkansas. What movie is that they call it Arkansas? I agree. I've never liked those wallets. I have a few that I got in mystery bags, but feel the same way. They look very juvenile. Exactly. Like, I don't know who this was made for. New Orleans in the building. Hi, Summer. How art thou? Incredible evening and welcome in. All right. So let's just do a little bit of background on sublimation, and we are going to get into this. Was it this morning? And I was showing how to like download files. I got the one, and this is like trending right now. Most people put like, I've only really seen them on like tumblers. I think I've seen some on like lunch bags and things like that. But it is like these 3D floral type deals. So I went and got like a couple of, I printed out some of these all in different sizes. I didn't really do templates. For these, I did just measure because it's one solid pattern. So if we're doing something where it's just solid, you just kind of have to know the size you're going to put it on there. Now, if I was designing where I'm going to have pictures, I'm going to have specific words and I want them in a certain spot, I do create exact templates for things because I want to know where they're positioned at. But for what we're going to do today, we're just flooding everything. Everything is going to be where we're going to go all the way to the edge. Nothing's going to really be in the middle. Although I probably should have shown that, because even when it's in the middle, I still cover the whole thing. Like a wallet, we would not have it where the papers. But I'll kind of explain that and break that down. That's a little gem from our sublimation seminar. But I just printed out a bunch of these in the different patterns and stuff, and we're gonna sublimate them. Have I done the hardcover journals? I did one that I think it is like hard journal. It was like spiral. So I've done that one, but like the ones that's already a book, no, I have not done any of those, if that's what you're referring to. Let's see, New Orleans here too. Hey, Miss Deidre, how are you? Yep. So I am going to do quite a few things that are metal. So you are in for a treat. Make sure that you guys stick around. All right. I guess I'll let you guys in on a little something right now. So while I am live and live only, my goal is to only be on for about an hour or so. There is a discount on the site. It's automatic. It's applied at checkout. It's only for our 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper, whether you're getting a single pack, the 3-pack, or if you buy a case. They are 15% off right now. So until the end of this live video. So it should be until about like 8:30ish or so, somewhere in there. That's my goal, is to be wrapped up by then. If we go to 9, hey, you have the discount until 9, but it is 15% off right now. So just going to get that out of the way. If you want to open up it on the new browser, go over there, and then come back before we get into all of the nitty gritty of actually sublimating. Same thing for you guys. You can click the link in the bio and go over to the website, or just go to hsink365.com. 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper is on sale for this live only. Okay. It's discounted right now, automatic at checkout. Okay. So I can't find them anywhere. I love the hardcovers. Yeah, I'm not really those. That's not a key product for me, so I don't even look for those. Like, I don't try to. I'm not trying to tap into that market, so I haven't really done a lot of it. But you can always check Johnson's Plastics. Most of the things I have here came from either Amazon, Johnson's Plastics, or the Blank Spot. All right. So sublimation. What it is, what's up? Okay. But so with sublimation, it is just a process where you print out with a specialized type of ink. So it's not done with any type of ink. Sublimation is inkjet as well. So when people say, oh, is it inkjet or sublimation? Well, sublimation is inkjet. It's just a different type of ink, because you have like your sublimation ink, your dye inks, your pigment inks, your eco-solvent ink. So it's just a different type of ink. You have edible inks as well. It's just a different type of ink, but it's still inkjet process because of how it expels the ink. But it's a special type of ink. And really, whether you put it on sublimation paper or if you put it on cardstock or whatever, it's going to sublimate. Like that, it's just a given that it's going to do what it does once heat hits it, and it's going to go into a gas state, and it's going to transfer to your substrate. When it comes to your substrates, they have to be coated for sublimation if they are a porous or a non-porous surface, or like a hard substrate. They are coated in a poly coating. If it is something that is fabric, it has to be made up of a synthetic fiber. The most popular is polyester, which is really nothing more than recycled plastic. So it's man-made. It's not natural like cotton or silk from like silkworms and things like that. You can do satin, nylon, spandex. So if you have a shirt that's like polyester and spandex, and it's like, it's a blend, you're still going to get vibrant colors because spandex is a synthetic fiber, and it's going to take that ink. So everything that's here is either a fabric that is polyester. So when it comes like to the can coolers, the neoprene is what's on the inside. This is not sublimatable. Like, you can't sublimate this. Even if it, I don't know, maybe if it was, actually it's what's in the middle, because this is just black polyester here. And then you have this one I think is actually foam in the middle. I don't think this one was neoprene because I see white. So this is actually black fabric. Same fabric that's out here is on the inside. So what you're actually sublimate when you have these can coolers, I have one that is full on neoprene on the inside, the fabric. So this technically can be separated. It's just glued down to the foam. Some of these are made of foam, some of them made of neoprene, and people say, oh, well, you can sublimate neoprene. No, you can't. Like, well, technically you can, but most times it's not actually, that's on the inside, but that's a story for another day. But this is nothing more than fabric. This is not neoprene, okay? And you can sublimate this, all right? Fabric. This is a little cute teddy bear shirt, so we're going to do that. We have a compact mirror, and the mirror itself, you don't sublimate, okay? So the mirror itself cannot be sublimated. It's on both sides, okay? You sublimate this little piece right here, okay? And then you put this adhesive on the back, and then we're going to place it in this space right here. So that's where I think someone asked about something metal. We also have like a little business card. So that is metal as well. This could be, a tag or a charm. I do have the ones that like for the jewelry. It's the same exact concept. It's the same thing, just cut to a smaller circle. Okay. And then there's the adhesive on it. Then you have, then we have MDF. Okay. This, if you have a laser cutter, you can actually buy MDF by the sheets from Johnson's Plastics, and you can make your own custom sublimation blanks. And that's just all this is. Like, so it's a little piece of, well, not little piece, this is little, but it's, you know, kind of, you can see how thick that is. That's just MDF, but there is a coating on it that's going to allow it to take the sublimation ink. Okay. We also have a bib here where this side is a nice kind of like, it's a nice soft plush kind of material, but this is made up of polyester. Now you have to be very careful when it comes to the back, and this is where, honestly speaking, sublimation paper is going to be your friend, because you don't have to submate this at 400 degrees and take the chance of warping and kind of like melting this down. And then of course our edges, ink will also take to this because this banding is just polyester as well, and that's stitched around it. So you're going to see this. You're going to see, I'm going to put this on a pressing pillow to accommodate, to account for the snaps that are on here. So we're going to do that. What else? What else I got in my bag of tricks? Hey, all right. So I'm not going to do the jewelry, but I want you to see that it literally is the same little disc, and it has the adhesive pieces in it. And then you just stick it inside of the little charms there, or the little pendants there. We're not going to sublimate this because I don't like doing these on my Hottronics. I prefer to do these on my clamshell. It works 1,000 times better. On my Hottronics, it always messes up. So Hottronics is not great for everything. My clamshell actually does these better. And these are just little plaques. Yes, they are thick as all get out. So you have to be careful with which type of heat press you are using for these. But the front part here, this is coated. So this will take sublimation. Most people don't talk about this. I love this. This is like one of my top sellers, is making custom awards for businesses and schools and sports teams and things like that. This is one of my top sellers. All right. This is also MDF. It's just a, you know, it was that germ key thingy and it's a keychain. So that we have that. This one, we're not going to do this one, but this is a shower curtain. So when you're trying to try out different things and just kind of play around with them, when I first got sublimation, anything that said polyester, I was grabbing it and I was sublimating on it. But this little shower liner, it's not the plastic one. This is 100% polyester, so you could sublimate to this. We have a mouse pad that we're going to do. So this is kind of what I was saying. Like, this is the neoprene bottom, and this can stink to high heavens when the neoprene is getting heated up, and it's like, it's gonna put off a smell, and some people consider that to be like, that's why they think sublimation is toxic. So sublimating to this part is not, but as you heat this up, it's gonna put off a little scent, which if you're doing a bunch of them can be very overwhelming. But we're going to sublimate this also, and the front is nothing more than polyester fabric adhered to the neoprene. Okay. Oh, these are the same thing like this one. So these are keychains. I thought I had more of the keychains that were this material, but I don't, but that's okay. We're going to do this one. This is a Unisub blank, and it's a hard plastic. All right. So that's what this is. We're going to sublimate this entire thing. So this is actually a door hanger, another popular one for me. When I'm advertising it, different ways that I advertise, you know, for this one to certain people. We're also going to do a metal, what's this thing called? A silver business card, and I also have a white one, so you can see the differences in those. We are going to also do a puzzle. Actually, probably more than half, more than 8 here. So we're going to do a puzzle as well. And last but not least, these little baby socks from 5 and below. This is 98% polyester, 2% spandex. So the color is going to take to this quite well. And these are just baby socks. So we're going to do these also. All right. Out of all of these, we're going to do a bib. We're going to do some baby socks. We're going to do a puzzle. So that's what? 3. We're going to do the door hanger. 4. We're going to do the business card. 5. We're going to do the mouse pad. 6. We're going to do the teddy bear shirt. 7. We're going to do the compact mirror. That's 8. I said 8. We got more than that. We're going to do the wallet. 9. We're going to do some MDF. A couple of those. I'm just going to count them as 1. That's what? 10. And we're going to do the can cooler. 11. That's everything, right? Yup. That's everything that we're going to do. So we're going to actually do 11. I said 8. It's really 11. So you're in for a treat. And guess what? Every last one of these, I'm going to press at the same temp and time. I'm not going to have to switch anything up. Now, my pressure, that's a different story. But pressing this, don't have to figure out, y'all asking that question. Oh, well, I have this blank. What do I have to submit it at? As long as you use the honestly speaking summation paper, it don't matter what they told you to submit it at, 365 degrees, 30 seconds, and we're going to do all of these. Do y'all really think? Well, I guess I should have asked the question. Do you think that I can submit all of these at one temp and time? But if you know me, you know I'm not going to lie. I'm going to keep it real honest. So you already know that it will make it do what it do. All right. Are you excited to see me do all of these at the same temp and time? Will you give suggestions on the best pricing in markets for items you are submitting? Not in this video. That's not what this is about. We're just going to submit. We have the summer school, and every Wednesday we talk about pricing, and at the business one, we talked about markets and things like that. We're going to talk about the market for like the foam board, the ribbons, the summation, DTF. So that's a great way for you to kind of get a better understanding of who to market to, finding your target audience for things. But in this one, we are simply going to sublimate. She says, Shakia, girl, you are inspiring me. I have hardcover journals, mouse pads, puzzles, pretty much all you have. Yeah, I don't market all of these. These are for demo purposes only. For me, all of these are not marketable. To be honest, I don't like these. I really, really don't. Like, I mean, if I do them, these are more so I don't sell them as like marketing them. It's okay, hey, buy them. A lot of the times my puzzles, especially the smaller ones, I will do them as freebies. I've done like tumblers for kids. So I'll take that same design, put it on there. I'll break it up, put it inside the tumbler so they can then dump it out and put it together. But I'm really not big on puzzles. I don't market these to sell them at all. For me, I don't believe everything is, I mean, unless you like really have a demographic for it, it might be marketable for you, but just because I do sublimation, I don't try to sell all of this. It's just trying to keep up with it and keep the inventory in there. Trying to keep up with the inventory, it can be very overwhelming unless you are going to make that your signature market and your signature product. I don't try and sell every single sublimation blank that exists. Do you have bonnets? Those tend to be tricky with pressure and preventing creases around the bonnet. There's no way to prevent that. So those are ideal if you're going to really just kind of keep something towards the center. You cannot try and do the whole thing because it's already sewn. There's spandex there. You would have to create was like a jig. So you would have to maybe use like cardboard and things like that. And you can cut it into the circle, try and put your bonnet around it, and then try and sublimate it. But you're always going to get those creases because it's sewn together with elastic. So it naturally has rouging to it. So only if you're going to maybe use it, and let's say someone has a hairline, you can put like their logo in the middle. But trying to cover the whole thing with the full-on design, I don't recommend that. Now, I did do a demo, and it was like a reel or TikTok type video where I like to do the banding of, and you can do that fully. You do have to create a jig for that, but I don't recommend trying to do the whole thing. Just kind of put a logo or something in the middle. It's week 4. We started this week, so it's the 18th through the 21st. Let's see. All right. Okay, so are you ready? I'm gonna switch. I gotta switch you guys over, and I gotta switch you guys over to there, and we're going to get our summation on. Again, guys, remember, if you want to run over to the website before I get started so that you don't miss anything, there is an automatic discount at checkout. 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17 paper only is what's on discount right now while I am live. Once the live is over with, the discount go away. If you're watching the playback of this, even a little bit after the playback, that's why I said it in the beginning. So maybe you came in kind of late. It will be gone. It's only for while I am live. Okay. Alrighty, let's head over to the heat press. Yes, I have sublimated lunch totes. So if your question is about that bottom part, I tend to like just make that a solid color, and you can't really press it on the heat press. So there's a certain way that you have to do that, because every which way to try and do the bottom, you would end up messing up the other print. So you have to kind of like hold it up to your heat press. And then you also have to put a jig in it because of like the different pressure, and put it on a pressing pillow. So there's a lot to it. That's another product that I don't like doing. I don't like doing those. It's products that I just absolutely wish that were not created. I don't really care for, with them being like pre-made. Now, I've seen some that are basically cut and sewed, so where they were already like, it was just the fabric that was sublimated and then it was sewn together, and they are beautiful. But I don't like wine totes. I don't like the lunch boxes, things like that. It just becomes very difficult unless you are using that as a pro. It's really the all over situation that I don't like for those. Now, if you're going to go and just put, like I said, a logo, something that is not, you're not trying to do the all over, it works great. But I personally would never do those as all over. If it was like for a wine, if I was doing it for promotional stuff, I would just take their logo and just put it on there. Not worry about the color. It's going to stay white. Their logo would just be on it. That's kind of how I would tackle those types of substrates. I don't believe everything needs to be a full wrap or go all the way to the end. That is what so many, and the only reason why I'm not, like today, everything is going to be full bleed. It's just to make it easier for this live video. But I encourage people to step out of the norm. Don't do the full wrap thing, and learn how to do stuff that's just in the middle. Like, make that a part of your normal setup. It's easier for you. Okay. Hey, Miss Dawn, how are you? All right, let's go ahead and switch you guys over to the what's that thing called? The heat press. And now I got to move y'all. All right, I gotta get another arm so I don't have to move the whole thing, and I can just move my clip. But I gotta move y'all over yonder. Let me get you guys to go ahead and double tap that screen, and over on Facebook, make sure that you guys go ahead and give the video a like. If you're on YouTube, give the video a thumbs up. We do accept super chats. We have stars. You guys can send gifts if you would like to say just thank you for the information and the knowledge. All right. Let's see. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't turn like it did last time. All right. You guys can see, right? Yep, we can see over there. And you guys can see over here. Let me grab all my substrates, put them on my little chair right here. That way they are in an easy reach. All right, let me grab all my stuff. Folks like to tussle and say, oh, you were not prepared. All right, I think that might be pretty much everything Oh wait, I did need. Oh, look, I'm going to show you the difference. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Oh, look, a bookmark. We can add that because I have one that has like some extra space. But I needed the white, what's that thing called? Here we go. Business card. I've done these on live before too. I didn't do a size for these, but this is a license plate. But I have done them on live before. All right. Good. There we go. Okay. Let me pull my microphone over so y'all can hear me. Once I go over to the heat press, I'm going to sound a little bit distant once I go to the heat press, but that's okay. You guys should still be able to hear me. I am a cheer coach, and I talk loud, so you should still be able to hear me. Don't use a cardboard jig. You're going to get lines in them, so I don't recommend. I said cardboard. I didn't mean to say cardboard. I'll use a flattened foam board, but cardboard, a lot of times you get those creases from the lines of the cardboard. I don't actually recommend using cardboard. But yeah, you can use foam board cushions and things like that, okay? Thank you so much for the super chat. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. All right. Okay. All right, y'all can see me over here. All right. We are going to, of course, you're going to need butcher paper. This is not my butcher paper. This is, what's that stuff called? Freezer paper. That's for different type projects. That's freezer paper. Hold on. I got to get my butcher paper, which is right here. All right. With our sublimation paper, okay, it does not bleed through the back. The hell? It doesn't bleed through the back. So technically, we don't need a piece of butcher paper on top. But to protect your bottom heat press, like your platen, you are going to need butcher paper because every last one of these designs has a bleed on it. So we're using the butcher paper to protect our equipment on the bottom. But our paper does not bleed through the back, so it's going to save us time, save us resources, as far as the paper with not having to use that. Now, some of these clearly has ink on the edges, which it was because this was curled up. This was a bad batch of paper that we kept behind, and it was curled up at the ends or messed up at the ends. So I'm going to have to cut those ends off just as soon. Oh, this is what I was looking for. Just as soon as I get my scissors. I'm going to bring heat tape. It's not very often that I use heat tape for these type projects. Some of them I'll need it because they're smaller. But a lot of them, you won't see me use it. Okay? All right, so just to kind of start off, just to make sure that I don't get ink on my top platen from the edges because it was curled up, we're going to go ahead and trim this off. While I'm trimming this off, this is a great opportunity for you guys to either go get that paper discounted or post your questions. I like questions, guys. I enjoy answering questions. So understand that no question is a dumb question for me. You don't know what you don't know. So don't feel intimidated. Please post your questions. I love that. That's the best part of my job and what I do. Okay. So ask your questions while I cut this down, or you can go take advantage of the discount on our 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 paper. And again, I'm only cutting this down because I know some ends have ink on it. So I'm going to just cut them down. I'm going to cut this as well. Okay, that's one. This is the one. Luckily, this is just for demo purposes. So I'll show you the print, and my colors are messing up, so I had to do a print head cleaning. So some of these, the colors, y'all wouldn't know that. I don't have to tell y'all. The colors might be a little weird because the ink was acting up. I should have wrote on here what was for what, because guess what? Now I don't remember. I'll have to hold things up to different things because I forgot what was for what. Dang it, something fell. All right, no questions? All right, well then what are you guys most excited to see pressed? All right, I see a comment over there. Give me a second. No, I don't use my Sawgrass at all. I prefer my Epson ink. I prefer water-based ink. I'm not a big fan of the Sawgrass, so I typically tend to not really use it. I got it, paid all that money, and I never use it. I know we're talking sublimation, but could you clarify what the difference is in your black pigment ink and other pigment ink sets that are being sold? You pointed out once, and I can't remember. The only difference between our black pigment ink and Epson's black pigment ink is ours does not smear and does not scratch off on glossy surfaces. The mouse pad is the temp and time just specific to your paper type. Have you experienced differences with brands other than vibrancy? So I tested 8 different papers. I actually did a live video where you guys saw me test them live. And yes, there is slight differences for some papers, especially if you press it at the longer temperatures and times, it kind of works out. Am I going to say that we're the only ones? Maybe or maybe not. They don't advertise it at that temperature time, so I'm not about to help them out. I know that I told you that with our paper, you actually can go lower, but there is some differences in certain papers, like they cannot compete pressing at that temp and time. I'm here for it all. I use Honestly SpINKing products faithfully. Just ordered some more paper. Hi, Shakia. How are you doing tonight? I am doing wonderful. Thank you for joining us. We only use Honestly SpINKing products over here. Amen. Can you explain the different circumstances when you would use freezer paper? Oh, freezer paper is for something. It has nothing to do with sublimation at all. That I use that for other projects. And my husband mainly uses it when we're pre-filling our cartridges because it does not bleed through, but it has nothing to do with sublimation. I do other stuff in this space other than that. I have done 300 on nylon. So yeah, certain things I actually have gone lower, like acrylic. I can go lower. I did some stuff at 315. I've done some stuff at 325. So yeah, only use your products. Thank you, my love. All right, let's finish. This, I'm so excited to see this and see the colors on this. So this is going to be a little bit harder to get cut because I never cut right to the edge. Some people will teach you to cut to the edge of your image. I never do that. You always want to leave a little bit of white because it's sublimation. It's gas. So that's going to gas off So it's best to leave a little bit so that that doesn't gas off and get on your top platen. Never, ever, ever cut right to the edge of your image unless you're going to put butcher paper on top. I don't remember if I went that way or not. I think I did. Now this one technically was already cut down because this print messed up. I'm going to show you guys how that print messed up. I'm not going to really, I might use that on something. None of this is for actual products. All this is probably going to go like just in my box where I'm always showing like demos and stuff, but it's not for anyone. All right. Let's go over here. And I'll start over here. Whoa, excited to see metal and MDF items pressed. So starting over here, you can see the differences in how this printed. So the color was messing up over here. This is where we're getting the banding lines because we had missing segments. So this kind of gives you an indication of when you see those lines in it, it's normally because a color is missing, or it might be like your settings and you use standard instead of normal, but you can see the differences. The blue was actually, the cyan was going out, and you can see banding lines and the color change there compared to this one that was after the nozzle check. I mean, after the print head cleaning. So over here, and this is what the culprit was. My cyan and a little bit of the magenta. So that was the culprit. If y'all can see that, hold on. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. The cyan, and this is what happened. Wait, oh yeah. So you can see the difference. Like you see that this is supposed to be blue. It did not have the blue in it. It was looking kind of greenish because the cyan was messing up. So that's the differences, although they're the exact same print. That little mess up in the blue affected the color that much. Okay? All right. What sublimation class go over? So I'm only cutting this close because I took everything right to the edge. I normally don't try to cut close to it, but I was trying to put as many things on the paper as possible, so I ended up having to cut it close. On the edges of that's what I was saying, like I normally don't, but I have to cut the ends off. No matter what, I cut the edges off. And it just so happened to be where it just went to the edge of the print border, but I normally don't cut close to my image. I already have a sublimation kit and want to order your ink. What would you suggest I do? Which printer do you have? Yes, this is that whole 3D type deal. I got these from Creative Fabrica because that's trending right now. All right, what should we do first? All right, let's take some votes. What are we doing first? What are we doing first? All right, just as a reminder of what we have some MDF keychains. We have a compact mirror. We have a baby bib. We have a can cooler. This is for the compact. We have a teddy bear shirt that we're going to do front and back. We have a mouse pad. We have socks. We have a plastic, basically. It's a, God, what the heck is this? PVC, not plastic. PVC door hanger. We have a puzzle. And of course, we have the metal business cards and the MDF. Oh, and also the wallet. So what are we subbing first? What are we subbing first? Someone said baby socks over here. All right, that's the first one I saw, so we guess we'll do that. All right, so I see baby socks, then I see bib. So we're going to start with the baby stuff, I guess. All right, so we're going to go here and grab our bib and put the rest of this back over yonder. Now I know for these, for sure, it's these prints. All right, we're going to open this up. Oh, I just realized, I only printed out enough to do one sock. I didn't print 4 of these. I only did 2 sides. Oh, we're only going to do 1 sock. That's funny. I'm going to have to reprint that. That's kind of funny. Now, these are baby socks. Babies, their feet really don't stretch it out that much. So you don't have to worry about like putting a jig in baby socks because their feet aren't going to necessarily like stretch this out where you're going to see all of the white and stuff. That's more so with like adult socks. I've even done kid socks without having to put a jig in them because they got little feet. It doesn't stretch out that much. All right. So we're just going to put that on there like that. I am not even I may, oh, you know what? See, can I squeeze it? Nah, I can't. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm not going to put any tape down. I am going to check my pressure though. Definitely need to do that. So let's push this in and check our pressure. Oh, we're at a 1. That's good. You're going to see most of this stuff. I'm not even going to change the pressure on it. All right. So there we go. This is just a little sock from 5 and Below. Oh, if I were to do anything, it would be to put a little piece of paper so that if it shifts, I don't get ink on the inside here. So we're just going to put that little piece of paper there. Fine. Lay that out flat. Throw this bad boy on top. Press that 365, 30 seconds. All right, let's see. Oh, no, not I said the cat. No, ma'am, no ham. Won't have no babies around here. Oh, you mean they're having baby fever because they want to see bibs and baby socks. Oh, okay. Definitely not me. All right, so I see the business card. I think I saw a puzzle over on TikTok, so we'll do that. So someone else set the puzzle. That'll be the next thing that we do. Because I saw that on the other side as well. Let's see. That's funny. What size is your print for the socks? I don't know. All of these, I just measured and just kind of just made random boxes. I didn't really, normally I would do actual templates, and that's the way that I make templates. For these, I don't know. That box was way too big anyway. I just made a box. Put it over there on the mat, measured it, and everything. I just made boxes. All right. Y'all ready? I guess you guys get to see it. You get to see it first. Oh, that's hot. Look at how pretty that is. So what I will do is now, Harpo, see, we're not about to do this today with losing stuff now. Like, girl, you got to get it together. You know, they quick to talk about you and say you weren't prepared. Now, where did my sheet go? Okay, it's over here. So I want you to see the difference in the fact that this printed blue, but these are actually more tealish colors. So I want you to see the difference in how it started versus how it finished. With sublimation, when they say that it prints dull, if you're using premium matte, it's going to seem like the colors are very dark or vibrant. It's going to be very saturated, but it's still not the true color. So I print plain paper setting. I do not use premium matte. Plain paper setting, and look at those colors. So this is the before, and you can see the way those colors are, and this is the after, okay? So this is the before. This is the after. Oh, man, you can really see it over here on TikTok. Man, I need to take a screenshot of that. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait, shoot. Oh, I did it. Oh, my nails look crazy. But that's okay. I got that screenshot. Go ahead. Ooh, double tap that screen, guys. Double tap the screen. Okay, so now we're going to do the other side. I'm going to leave this little piece in here so it doesn't get on the back. I'm going to utilize, I can't really, I'm going to find a little spot and so that it doesn't bleed on it. And we're going to throw this on that side. Thank you. All right. We got a little bit of a, I'm just going to cover that up. It's a little bit of exposed ink right there. So we're just going to cover that up. Seconds. All right. I said the bib, but I have no idea where my pressing pillow is. Jesus Christ. I should have looked for that. Dang it. My phone. I got 20 seconds to find it while that's pressing. I only got 30 seconds. This stuff finishes very quickly. Oh, gosh. Why didn't I think about getting my darn foam? I don't think I have any over here. I need a piece of foam for the bib. Found it! There we go. 30 seconds. All right. One side down. That's all we're going to be able to do because my silly self only printed out two sides. All right, I'm not wasting this. So we're going to cut that little piece off because for some of them smaller ones, I'm going to use this paper and I'm going to use this one too. We're not going to waste nothing and throw that one away. All right. For the bib, this is polyester. So I'm going to put this down first. Then I'm going to cover this up with not parchment paper. Not butcher paper. I'm actually going to use parchment paper for this because this is polyester. Butcher paper, that ish goes through. It's porous. I don't like using that. So to protect this and make sure that I don't get a print, I'm actually going to use parchment paper because it ain't going through this. It's not going to seep through this at all with the parchment paper. So for this one, parchment. All the other ones, just to kind of protect the heat press, is 30 seconds. I'll use butcher paper. But because it's on top of here, this is polyester. I don't want it to go through from that butcher paper. I'm going to put that there just as a precaution. All right. Now, I actually am going to use this just so that I don't want to mess up the... Now, these buttons might melt. That's the only thing when you're doing all over. You have to be careful and mindful of that. They might melt down. I'm not even going to lie, because they are plastic. But I just want to check my pressure. Too much pressure. So we're going to turn this to, bam, I want a 1. So no matter what, I'm shooting for a 1 every single time. Yep, and see, this is another reason why I like parchment paper on top, because if that melts, it wants to stick to the butcher paper. All right, we're going to go ahead and throw our print on top. Again, I'm not going to tape anything. I made this one, I tell you, right at because I know that it's going to cover it. It's a large piece. I don't have to waste tape with any of this. We're going to go ahead, put this bad boy in here, and press that for 30 seconds. Remember, the 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17 paper is discounted right now while I am live. Once we are no longer on live, that discount goes away. So you can head over to the website, open a new browser. Shop.hsink365.com is where you will go to get some of this paper. Let's see. I was looking for my... Ooh, there we go. It's amazing. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, it was amazing. Y'all ready? Hey. And see, it's stuck. This is one thing I don't like about doing full ones because it can melt the buttons, and I said that it melted the buttons. Normally with these, it works out better if you kind of keep it down here or able to put these over. But I said that it was going to melt the buttons, and it did. Where's that sock? Not socks. Ooh, I want to show the two flowers. So yeah, doing them, if it's the kind with the plastic buttons, there is one. This is the one actually that came from Amazon. I already did the one from Johnson's Plastic. I believe that those have metal buttons. You don't have to worry about that. But these were plastic, so they did melt. See those two? And see, this melted down. And this melted down. So there's really no using this as a bib. I don't know why they put metal on there for something that's, not metal, plastic for something that's supposed to be heated up. Thank you. The foam pillow is just from Joann's. You can get it from Hobby Lobby. You can also get it from Walmart. It's just, they have like foam by the yard. They also have some, that is a 1/2 inch one. So it's just from fabric stores. Any fabric store that has foam, you can get it from there. So this one, I use a pressure of, most heat presses don't really show you what that number is and like what that PSI is. But with sublimation, you don't need heavy pressure. All you need is even pressure. Now, if your heat press is a little bit off and your pressure is not really even, if you have it low, that's my husband's name. So I actually kind of keep saying even. So if it's not even across the board, you may want to increase your pressure. But for certain substrates, if you put too much pressure, you're going to cause it to bow up. And then the heat isn't going to get to the areas that it needs to get to. So you never want to do too much pressure when it comes to sublimation, okay? What happens if you let my paper go for 60 seconds? Depending on the substrate, you will see a difference in the color. It will start to over sublimate, and it's not going to be as vibrant. Oh, of course, when it comes to socks, you're always going to get that crease in the middle with having to do them that way. There's no way to really avoid that because you're going to see that line of demarcation between the two colors. So you can't do this as like a full continuous piece. You're always going to see that separation. Okay. Let's see. Those flowers float on the sock. Let's see. How do you know it's too much pressure? You can't close the heat press. That's a great way to do a unique gift for a baby shower. Was something inside the sock, missed it buying the paper. Oh, so I just put a little piece of paper just so that I didn't get, like, just in case it shifted, I didn't want to get the ink on this side of it. So I just put a little piece of butcher paper inside just to prevent the bleed onto the other side. I love all the 3D flower designs. Could you have pressed both sides at once like you did with the ribbon? No, it's too thick. Can we see an example of 60 seconds? Oh, okay. I'll print this one out and I'll press it at 60 seconds since I only did one sock. Let me send this to print now. Hold on. Let me go over here to Silhouette Studio and send that one to print. I literally did one dang on sock. That's funny as crap. All right, so I think the next one was the puzzle. Now I have to check this because, well, it definitely ain't that one. I don't remember which one was for the puzzle. Okay, wait, because the puzzle and the mouse pad will probably end up being about the same size. But I don't remember which one I set up for. I think this is set up for the mouse pad. Oh, shoot, wait, nope. Oh, I guess they're interchangeable. Both of them will fit. Like I said, I just made a big old box just to cover them. I got kind of like the general size, and I just made a big old box. Yeah, because this definitely don't fit that. Let's see. That don't fit that. So yeah, it's going to be one of these for the puzzle. Either one of these will work. Let's do. I kind of want that. I kind of want this one on my what is this called? My mouse pad. So I think I'm gonna do one of these on the puzzle, and I'm gonna use that other side of that was for the bib. I'm gonna use that on my mouse pad. I like that color. So because I had the pressing pillow there, I now need to change the pressure. So I'm just going to cover this up while I adjust the pressure because, see, that's too little pressure. It can just go straight down. So we're going to turn this to drop my platen, and I'm still shooting for that one. That's too much. That would be too much because I got to shoot. So I'm going to just turn that back that way. Oh, I need to fix my stupid thingamajiggies here. All right, so still kind of like at a 1, so I should be good about there. Oh, it's been so long since I did this. It's actually starting to separate a little bit. I've had these for a long time. It looked like the paper was separating on this. Another reason why I don't like these darn things. All right, so I have enough clearance, so I'm not worried about taping. And we're going to press that for 30 seconds. 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17. 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17. I pretty much use Silhouette Studio. I teach Silhouette Studio. I think it's an awesome program. You can use it for free. You don't have to have a Cameo machine. So if you're you can design in it, but also for just printing it out, making sure you get it at the right size. It's a great program to start with and use. So I pretty much recommend and teach from Silhouette Studio. Okay. Oh, hold on. It's a little bit over because I was over there answering questions. 60 seconds. I have not pressed that long in 3 years. Oh, dang it. I wish you guys can see. This was really close to the edge. I'm not sure if you can see, which that might be on my platen. I didn't realize it was cut that close to the edge. And especially, ooh, nice. Because this is a raised one and it wasn't flat, along the edge of here, I can see the pink because I did not leave enough clearance for that to not ghost out and for it to not kind of come out. So it might be some pink on there because I can see it here. So I'm not sure if, I don't know if, I'll just hold it up and you're going to see I'm not sure if you can see the ink. Now y'all can't see it on that side, but there's that. And here's this. And see, if you don't want to use heavy pressure so that you don't get the ghosting in the middle. I have another one of these. I will increase the pressure too much so you can see what happens when you use too much pressure, if we have time. Thank you. I didn't know you could do 11 by 17 on Silhouette, but I'll be playing with that. Oh, you can. I design banners that are 8 feet by 8 feet. You have no limitations when it comes to Silhouette. So I can design it that big. If I had that printed here, I can send that to that size. I have a roll-in. I have actually sent a print directly from Silhouette Studio to my roll-in. Color management is not the same, but you are not limited in the size that you can send a print from. So if you have a 24-inch one, technically you can send that right from Silhouette Studio. Just kind of create it. You don't have to go through their RIP software, but there's no limitations on the size that you can print from Silhouette Studio. I've been watching you since 11 a.m. My hubby probably feels like I'm binge watching a marathon on my phone today. All right. Y'all gave me suggestions up until the puzzle. So what are we going to do next? What are we going to press next? Oh, and I never showed this. This is, the print is done. So we'll do the 60. That's what's left on there. Okay. We're going to just hold you over so that we can do this sock. All right, what are we doing next after I do this sock for 60 seconds? And see, there's ink on the edge of this. This is why this is clear to see, but sometimes you don't see that. So that's why you want to always cut your prints down. And I'm at 365. Some things you will see a difference. Some of them you won't, because actually, I'm not going to say that. It might not, because I have tumblers, and if I go past 4 minutes, I'm normally pretty, I'm still good if I go past 4 minutes. But there are some things, especially with blacks, you can start to see the difference in the vibrancy. Oh, wait, I'm going to press this for 60 seconds, which means I cannot use a butcher paper that already has ink on it because that long under the heat. it will start to gas out. Now, I don't like doing 60 seconds. I have not put my heat press on 60 seconds in 3 years. So I don't like, almost 3 years it's been since I've used 60 seconds. You'll never get me to go anywhere near 400. I'll try and do the 60 seconds for you, but I ain't gonna lie. After that second one, I'm gonna go ahead and actually, okay, wait, let's just actually do it from here so I know I don't go over. I'm not doing 60 seconds. I'm gonna give you 58. I refuse to do 60 seconds. Oh, I forgot to check the pressure. Ooh, definitely not enough pressure. That's a 0. Yep, and I'm not worried about lifting it up either. All right, let's see. Yes, 58. I'm not doing it. Not doing it, not doing it. Ooh, this take too long. I would have been done by now. This is a waste of time. How do y'all sit there for 60 seconds pressing stuff? I was able to walk to the computer. Last time I walked to the computer, look at questions, I had to rush back. This takes too long. And I don't even kind of want to go to 58. I want to stop it before then. You guys will see it better over here than over there. So if you look at like the purple, it's slightly more vibrant over here than it is here. Look at that orange. You see how that color is right there. Over here, you don't get that vibrancy. Look at right here. So it does take down it's not that it's bad, but you're technically over sublimating. And I didn't put my thing on the inside. So this is perfect. This is why I put that paper on the inside, because this is what will happen. So you can see it's a very subtle difference in the vibrancy when you're over sublimating. But that's also at 365 degrees. If you did 400 and did 60, you'd lose a lot of color. So if we look at the top of that one. Look at the top, that compared to that one. All right. Come on now. It's hard to hold this. So this is the one that was both sides. So we know that this is 30. This is the 60. It's hard for me to hold it up for you guys to see on this side because of the angle that I'm at, but it's subtle. But you have certain areas, if you look at even just in the clarity, like for this flower compared to this one, the clarity of it and seeing the details on it is a lot different. Up here is where I was saying you can see the difference between this one and then how dark that looks now. So it does affect it going up to 60 seconds. Yeah. So I'm going to do the other side of this at 30 seconds. Let's see. I apologize for making you nervous with that 58. Just wanted a visual of what not to do. It's okay. You're good. That was actually a good one. That's a good request. I will be doing 30 seconds. But you were doing 60, Miss Dawn. You've been following me for so long. And I always say 365 degrees, 30 seconds. Now, you may, depending on your heat press, you may have to go to maybe like 40 seconds for some people, but never should you have to do 60 seconds. Never, ever, ever, ever. Look at that. One side, the other side. Ooh, that's hot. Side one, side two. 1, 2. 30 seconds, 60 seconds. 30, 60. 30. Oh, you know what? Y'all have no light over here. They have good lighting. 30, 60. I didn't turn my ring light on. This is 30, no, 60, 30, 60, 30. Big difference. If you see that difference at if you see that difference at 365 for 60 seconds, imagine doing it at, exactly. Imagine doing it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. You're really going to lose a lot of your vibrancy. I see it in the orange. Yep. Okay, so I saw the first one over there I saw was the can cooler. All right, I think that is what the messed up print was for, was the can cooler. So let me find. No, that can't be for that. Or maybe I did. Did I make that big? Because that's the only thing that has two sides. Yeah. Okay, so oh wait, no, hold on. Come on. Okay, I know what this is for. So I know that that's not, this is for over here. Okay. Now, I screwed up, and I'm going to tell you how I screwed up on this. I normally don't do this in two separate parts because of this side piece. I normally do it like a taco. So I normally have it as one big print, and then I wrap it so that I can do my edges and then do the other side. So I'll save that for the end. I'm going to do this one just to do it. And then I'm going to create the other one where you'll see me do it how I normally do can coolers. Just so that I can flip this, I'm going to put a little piece of tape on this. Because guess what I'm not about to do? I'm about to be real adventurous here. And make sure all of my ink part is covered up. I'm not putting no butcher paper down. That's 3. That's way too much. That's okay. I'm going to let it press, and then I'm just going to flip it over. I'm not even going to, because I covered both sides, so I don't have to use butcher paper at all. 30 seconds has that 3D pop more. 60 looks more flattened. Yep. That means y'all should be heading over to the site and get you these. I mean, the discount is on the full pack, but you can get you a sample pack if you just want to try it out. All right, so the next one I saw was, I think, the wallet. My mouse pad, I'm going to wait. I'm going to do that one last. So let's do some of this metal stuff. We've done a lot of fabric. Let's do the metal, which I'm actually going to use the messed up So I did this because I'm going to do one where I'm going to wrap it. I wanted you to see that on the sides, you end up with a void of color. Same thing on the bottom. Same thing here. You have a void of color because the stitching is so wide on this one. There are some where the stitching is not as wide and you can press it and it's going to go smooth. But this has a thick stitching. So I normally do it kind of like a sandwich or a taco. All right. And this is what's on the inside. Whoa. And this is what I was saying. But I'll show you how to do a full coverage on that. All right. We are going to do this metal. And although this print is messed up, we're still going to use it. I'm only putting parchment paper or putting butcher paper down because technically there is ink. I did the nozzle check on that side. So I am going to put a piece of butcher paper down. I didn't cut these ends because, baby, I see ink. I have not changed my temp. Only changed my time to satisfy the 60 seconds. But everything we're pressing, 365, 30 seconds. I take my messed up and wrong size images and make washcloths with them. Ooh, nice. Oh, I have to answer you about, oh, shoot, the 7710. I'm going to show you what you need for that one if you're still on. Now, this is metal, so it's going to be hot. And I don't have gloves. I'm a rebel. So when someone asks, could I do both sides? This is metal, so it's thinner. You're going to see there's a void in color. So guess what? It sublimated both sides at the same time. That ish is still hot. So we're going to let you cool down, and then we're going to review you in a moment. What else did we have? Oh, the compact. So let's find that. That's easy to find because it's a circle. Okay. Did it fall on the floor? Where the heck those are prints at? Oh, nope, this is the long one. I think it's right here. Yep. And we are using, honestly speaking, sublimation paper. So we're going to take this bad boy right here. This is the side that you sublimate on. You want to check to make sure that it doesn't have a film, or if it does or doesn't have a film, this one has a film on it. So we're going to take that off. I'm on my, I press my wind spinners both sides at the same time. Yes, because they're metal, you can actually do both sides. I get my blends from a couple different places. Most of these are from Johnson's Plastics Plus. If you use the code 9PKD6, 9PKD6 at jpplus.com, you're going to get 15% off on that website. Okay. Some of these also came from Amazon. The bibs came from Amazon. We also have a few items here from the Blanks spot. I have to wait to show you this one because it's hot. So the other spot is the Blanks spot. Blanks spot. All right. Let's see. I'm on my phone watching. Could you talk a little bit about your press size brand, what you like about it? Sure, no problem. So this particular heat press is a Hotronix Fusion IQ made by Stalls. It is a manual press. They have a lot of different presses. They have an auto clam press. They have an auto press, which is a clamshell. They have one that looks like this. Is called an air, which technically it is an auto press, but you need an air compressor. It has a full digital readout, so you can set the temp and time. You can know exactly, like when you close it down, you actually know what the PSI is, so what the pressure is by a number gauge, and then you're just going to turn this. Like if you want it 1, you're going to raise it up depending on the size of your substrate until you get to 1. I'm at 0 right now, and you can set your temp and time. If you're doing something like pre-pressing, you're able to set you don't really adjust your temperature because it's not going to drop that low. Like if you have to do different temps, but like if you had to pre-press it for 3 seconds, you can have that. It's going to be put it up, and then you can have the full time. And then if you end up doing a press afterwards, you can have that set. So that's one of the features that I love about this is you can set 4 different time settings, and it just does it for you automatically. You can store a bunch of different settings. So if I hit that, I have all these settings, and all I have to do is tap on it. It's going to automatically switch to say, okay, we're going to adjust down to 305. It tells me exactly how long it's going to take to get there. And of course it has my what's this thing called? My time. Now, when you're setting it up, you tell it what kind of pressure you want on it. So if I go and I set the pressure and it doesn't match, so it'll tell you here if it matches compared to there. So I do like that about this. And we're going to exit out, go back to, and you can have several pages of settings. So we're going to go here, HS Ink. Like I'm doing my laminate, it's settings for that and all that kind of good jazz. I will say they had an issue when it came to the screws, and they come loose. They'll tell you to put Loctite in there. We just haven't done it yet. Having this little piece here. The one thing that I don't really care for when it comes to this particular printer is the clearance on it. And if you have something that's really thick and you turn this all the way up so that you don't, so some thick things, you're going to automatically have heavy pressure. You can't really do light pressure with it because it's thick. You only have so much of a clearance, and the handle has to clear and go down. So I don't really care for this when it comes to thicker things like my plaques and stuff like that. I pined over this, and I was a little bit underwhelmed with certain things. I do love the fact that it's nice, even pressure. It has interchangeable platens. So when I'm doing different ones, like if I had like a small item, I technically change this out where I can fit it on there comfortably. That's going to come in handy for cheer season when I'm doing like names and stuff on book bags. I can just thread it over. But this comes off, and they have a bunch of different platens. I can technically do it this way. I don't get the full press, so I'm only going to be like, if I had to do it this way, it still hangs off the side, but you can turn it around. But they also have different ones, so I do like that about it. But what I don't like is the fact that they're, what's this thing? The silicone mat. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing because it doesn't curl up. My one over there, it curls up. But if like this messed up, like I got a couple gashes in this, you cannot change it out. You have to buy a whole new platen. But you can get the cover for it to kind of, camouflage the fact that like right now, I got all kind of crap on mine and there's a couple of gashes in it, but you can put a cover over it. But I don't like the fact that you can't just change that out because it is glued to it. You end up having to change the whole thing. I mean, you can chance it with taking it off and just trying to glue it back down, but that's one of the things I don't like. It's humongous as crap. You need a lot of space for it. So my husband built this for me. If this doesn't come with a stand, they don't have a stand for it, you're always going to end up having to build one. So I did not really care for that. I do like the fact that it's hybrid and it can go all the way out and you can pull the tray out. It comes out very, very far, which can be a good thing and a bad thing if you're limited on space. If you don't have enough clearance, you won't be able to fully open it. So it did suck when I was in the other space because it only went out as far as this wide because it ends up hitting my wall. It requires a lot of clearance. Overall, as far as how it presses, it's amazing. To be honest, I can actually press at 360 degrees in 20 seconds, and I'm going to get just as vibrant as a print. But 365, 30 seconds for branding sounded better, and not everyone has a Hotronix, so they wouldn't be able to do it. Like when I tested it over there, it wasn't quite like there. So 365, 30 seconds is really a good universal one that works on pretty much any heat press. Even if your temp is off a little bit, you can still use our paper and get great results. Johnson's Plastics Plus, in my bio, it's there. But if someone can write it for me in the chat, 9PKD6. 9PKD6. All right, I forgot what the hell we were finna do. I was gonna print out another one with for the what's that thing called? This cooler, can cooler. Print. All right. So, do you know the best place to get bath towels for Sublimation? Johnson's Plastics Plus or Amazon? Thank you guys. Oh, I was talking about on TikTok, but thank you guys for writing it over here as well. Okay. Let's do the plastic. I think it fell. No. Oh, yes, I did. So, of course, we first have to make sure of the pressure. 1, we're good. Now, I don't remember if I cut this down or not. I did. I can see the shards. I'm going to take this down. No, I'm not, because you'll see the tape marks. Another reason why I don't like to tape certain things down, and I like to make sure that it's big enough it's going to clear it, is because of tape marks. This does not have a film over it. Ooh, that's at a 0. Let's see what happens at 0, shall we? I don't have a spinner. I have a heat press from Heat Press Nation 16 by 20. Those are Heat Press Nation. Heat Press Nation has really good heat presses. I have the same press, just the model before yours, and I love it. I've had mine since like 2015, and it's just as good. Yeah, they hold their value, and they last a really, really long time. And it's very rare that you're going to find someone that's going to sell it at like a significantly lower price, even if it's like a really old one, because they hold their value. It was at a pressure of 0. That's just how great this is. It is a high release paper. So even though it did not have a lot of pressure, it was literally floating on top. And that's what happened. And this is the result. It's hot. That's what the result is. Wait. And that was at a pressure of 0. So now for the other side, and if you are just joining, we are using Honestly Speaking. So that's what we're doing. We're showing you the power of this amazing paper. So if you have not tried it, go get it now. It's 15% off for 8.5 by 14 or 11 by 17 until the end of this live. So head over to the website. It's automatic. You don't have to put a code in. It's automatic at checkout. So we're showing you how great this paper. If you have not heard of this paper, Honestly Speaking, Sublimation paper, everything that I'm submitting, I'll show at the end. I submitted everything at 365 degrees, 30 seconds, except for that one side of the sock that we did for 60 seconds. So I am going to adjust my pressure a little bit here. I'm at my 1. I'm going to stop that at 10 seconds. I'm going right over to your site to get that paper. Awesome. I know I keep burning myself. No, I'm not getting no heat gloves. Heat gloves are for suckers. You already know that, Shawnee D. Don't play with me. Heat gloves are for suckers. Unless it's something that's going to be really, really hot and it's going to leave a mark. I'm not getting no down. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I wanted to do 20 seconds. What was that? 15 seconds. No, 25 seconds is what this was. Same exact ink release. So like I told you, technically I can do 20 seconds. I can go down to 360, but it sounds better. 365, 30 seconds for branding purposes. All right, let's do wood. Let's do some MDF. we are going to do this heart and this, whatever this is, this rectangle at the same time. It does have a film on it. Peel that off. I normally peel both sides off before I press either side of them. I pull both sides off with the film. These came from, actually, I don't remember which site these came from. I'm not sure if these are keychains from Blink Spot, because these are in like a little plastic bag. I think these might be from the Blank Spot. I know that wallet is from the Blank Spot. I got that a while ago. Okay, I don't remember which side I took off. Okay, this side still has the film. These I have to tape down because they are heavy and this is a small space. So I will have to tape these down. I'm going to use some Honestly Speaking 1-inch heat tape. I don't like taping down though because it can leave a mark. So I typically don't like to tape down. And if I have to tape down, I try and tape it down on one side. So what I'm going to do is put this on top and flip it, which is what I could have done. No, I think it moved. All right, it did. I actually didn't have to tape it because I had to move it anyway. I don't like taping. And I ain't having lint brush, not an area thing. All right, just make sure that that's cleared. I forgot to check the pressure on it, but if the other one is at 1, that was what, how thick was that? This might go to 2 because we just did the PVC. That's a little bit thinner than this. This might be at 2, so let's kind of take that back. Just a little bit. Ha, right on the money. 1. The tacky paper can be used on all. No, tacky is for fabrics. Yep, it's for fabrics and textiles only. With the paddleboard from Dollar Tree, do you do anything to before you have to laminate them? I wish they would use like blue. I wish they would use. What do you mean by that? Oh, they would use the blue film. Yeah. These suckers are hot. I ain't finna touch these. I will burn myself when it comes to this stupid MDF. I'm not touching those. We're going to take you and move you over here. Them issues get hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot. All right. Let's do the wallet. You have to hang it off of your heat press. This part over here, if it gets heated, it will turn, like it'll kind of flatten out and have like a little shiny look. So we do have to hang that off of the heat press. So we can't do both sides at the same time. You can put heat tape over it to protect it. I'm not going to use it for anything. That's a lot of paper that could have been used for something else. All right, so let's see. Do you need a code for the paper discount? No, you do not. It's automatic at checkout. Automatic at checkout. Okay, so yeah. Let me go over to the website, presets, share screen, enter the entire screen to add to stream. You're going to click on this icon right here, and that's going to show you everything that you need for the 7710. So whether or not you want an empty set of cartridges, if you want it pre-filled with our ink, we have the kits on there. We don't have any bundles. The bundle just means that it comes with the chip resetter. We're sold out of chip resetters right now, but everything that you need is in that collection. You click on that, it will show you everything. Now, the empty cartridges are the only ones where you have to go to Essential if you want just empty cartridges. And I'm doing this because it is just one big print. If I was doing something made specifically for that size, I would actually have a paper that's going to fit that, and then I would end up covering up the black piece with heat tape. But because I just did all these where it's just a random print, I'm just going to press it. All right, so this is the bundle. Like I said, the bundle we're sold out because we don't have any of the chip resetters. But, oh wait, you know what? I forgot. I didn't change it. No, the empty cartridges are here. What's not on here, I think, is the kit. That's the part that I'm missing. But if you go up here to Sublimation Starter Collections, Workforce Starter Collection, if you go up there, wait, no, that's the wrong one. Go to Sublimation Ink. My bad. So if you go to Sublimation Ink, the kit, so this is the Quick Start Kit. With the Quick Start Kit, it comes with pre-filled cartridges. So it already has our ink, so you'll start with that. All you have to do is take the vent plug out. You don't have to reset it or anything like that. You take the vent plug out, you put it in there, you run a printhead cleaning, you're set, you're done. But then you'll have your syringes and needles and your ink when it's time to refill. So that's the kit that you would need for the 7710, 7720, 7210, 7610, 7620, 7110, 3640, and 34, 40, and 30, 36, 40, and 3660. Yeah, there we go. Or 20, one of those. I got my heat press from Johnson's Plastics. No. One of them, we have two. One came from Johnson's Plastics Plus, and the other one came from Heat Press Nation. So I think this is the one that came from Heat Press Nation. We have another one, and that one came from Johnson's Plastics Plus. This is matte. This is not shiny. So this, I like these. They're too big, but I do like them because it is more of a matte finish. Plain paper setting. We don't see any banding lines or anything like that in the print. I use plain paper setting. You see how vibrant those colors are. I do not use premium presentation paper matte. All right. Let's see what we have left. I think, so I can now show you guys these. These are the keychains on MDF wood. Everything pressed at 365, 30 seconds. There is no guessing and trying to ask in groups, well, what setting do I use? Doesn't matter. As long as when you're using this paper, you're going to use the same thing for all of these substrates. The only thing that's going to change is things like that's really, really thin or like acrylic because of, the way that's made, it'll start to, bow. But acrylic is the only thing that you really, really have to take lower. Now, you can go lower for certain things, but for the most part, everything can be pressed at the exact same temp and time. So on my acrylic, I actually do 15 seconds at 315 degrees. The discount is only for 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17 at checkout. The 8.5 by 11 is not on sale. Well, it's not on an additional discount. You're going to see that on there as far as like how it is on there from our old price from before. But as far as like an additional discount that you're going to see at checkout, it's going to say 365 365 covers it or something like that. And that's at checkout. The 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17. You will see the discount at checkout. All right. We need to do the mouse pad. Oh, I never showed these things. This is the metal card. This one is the stainless steel one. This is the white one. So you don't get any white. You end up getting stainless steel in that area. Whereas with this one, you see white. Now this you do see banding lines on because the ink was running out, not because of the print settings. But this is stainless steel. This is the white one. When it comes to our paper, let's see. I want to see how, oh, you know what? I do have one. I'll sacrifice it. I have a print that'll work for it. Good question. I'll do a slate. So let's ask. For some of you guys, if you've ever done a slate, if you don't use Honestly Speaking Sublimation paper, how long does it take you to press a slate? If you don't know what a slate is, it's this thing. It's just one big old piece of rock. How long does it normally take you to press it if you've ever pressed slates? Oh, and then this is for the compact. Although, actually, you know what? I ain't going to waste my good big one. I think I have a little one over here somewhere. I just thought about that. I ain't going to waste my nice big one now. I'll get my little slate. All right. Mouse pad time. That's a big old print for just the mouse pad. Jesus. Okay, we're going to cut you down some, which means I'm going to have to cover up the edge of this. If not, it's going to bleed out. It's going to blow out, should I say. And while that's going, I'm going to go grab. No one has done slates. No one has done slates. To tell me what tip and time do you normally use for slates? Oh, my slate's not even in here. I see the box, but the slate's not in here. Huh. Let's see if it's in here. I don't want to waste my big one. Ew, that paper was in the way. This is why I don't like butcher paper. I wish I could actually show it. But where the butcher paper is, because it created a heat barrier along the edge, it actually wasn't fully sublimated. One of the reasons why I don't like putting a cover sheet. You put a cover sheet on it, you got to let it go for just a little bit longer. That's hot. All right, I'm going to go get a small slate. I have no idea where my small ones are. All right, I can't find my small ones at all. Not one of them. So I don't want to waste a big slate for that, because that can actually be used for something. We'll have to save the slate for a different day, but I sublimate them in 2 minutes. I sublimate my slate in 2 minutes. Yeah, I have no idea where they went. I don't know if I showed this or not. So mine is 365 for 2 minutes, 120 seconds. $400, 8 minutes. I haven't done one, but I have some here, and I would love to try your paper. Yeah. You know what? It's okay. I can always order another one. Oh, wait. It's going to take 2 minutes. I can't use that. And because I don't want to cover this, I'm going to use some of my heat tape, just so, again, that doesn't blow out on me. Actually, I'll just slightly lift it and then put it back down. Ooh, too much pressure. All right, we'll answer questions because that's going to be a long one. How do you get the colors that are on the color chart? So you have to be creating the design yourself. If design is already created, a color chart is going to do you no good. So once you have that, you would just look at the color code. You have to be using a software that's going to allow you to put in a color code. So as you are writing out your text, or you're filling in an SVG or a vector file or something that you have traced, you're going to go to your color palette and you're going to enter that color code that's on there. And that way, you know, it's going to come out exactly the color it should be once it's printed and pressed. I stopped doing slates because the results were inconsistent, and so were the instructions from different vendors. So I'd love to see how you press yours. Thank you for all you've shown today. I'm really inspired now more than ever. I had everything I needed to do. Dang it. Sublimation for years, and I'm actually going to take my 7720 out of the box this weekend. So set it up with the Epson cartridges. Don't follow those other videos. Follow my video. Set it up with the Epson cartridges. Make sure everything works. Your Wi-Fi works. All of that kind of good jazz. Make sure everything works. And then you're going, I'm not sure if you already have like your kit and things like that, but you're going to fill up your ink cartridges. If you have to prime them, you're going to prime them. You're going to make sure that you don't have a plug in the vent hole. You're going to put them in your ink cartridge replacement. Take the Epson ones out, put the sublimation ones in. It's going to do initializing. It may do one. If not, you're going to run one print head cleaning, and you can do a nozzle check and test it. But normally you're good if you want to do 2 print head cleanings. But normally with my method, 1 print head cleaning, you're ready to go and do your first test print. They use them for memorials. They'll have people's pictures and stuff on them. I've seen them as like plaques and type stuff. 365. 2 minutes. I'm actually probably going to take this and just put vinyl on it and put someone's name on it so it doesn't go to waste. Because that's a pretty pattern. So I'll just put someone's name on it. 365, 2 minutes. 365, 2 minutes. It's hot. Now, I recommend getting the smaller ones because depending on your heat press, if you don't have even pressure, you may need to leave it just a little bit longer because you don't have even pressure. But as long as you have a heat press that has really good even pressure, 2 minutes is all you need with Honestly Speaking paper. 365. Yes, my method is on YouTube. I have one that I did maybe, when did I do that? When I was testing out. So I always test out. So the video is up where I tested for slates and I had my strips. I was all ready to do the 4 minutes, the 6 minutes, the this and the third. I tried the 30 seconds. It didn't quite work. 2 minutes was the best one. And then I did my kids, my family's picture. That was 3 years ago. I've never put anything on it. I've never had a slate fade, but of course I also have never had it outside. So you're saying UV protection, so I'm not sure if someone is just sitting that outside. Normally people leave those indoors, and I've never had to spray anything on mine. All right, I think that was everything. And there's what's left on there. I think that is everything that we had slated to do. Yeah. The only other thing is I was going to press this cooler, this can cooler, and do it my method. That's the only other thing left to do. And we're going to be done. And what time is it? I'm still live, so I may have to extend the sale. If you went and it told you that it was regular price, give me a moment. Oh, yeah, my bad. Because I definitely went over my time. So hold on. Let's go over here. And it expired. I didn't realize I had been on so long. So we're just going to take that to 10 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time. I don't plan on being on here till 10 o'clock, just so you know that. But I'm just going to put that on there just for the time being. So if you refresh your cart, it should correct it. So let's see, 921, 901. So for those two people, I think one person has 8.5. Oh, you have 8.5 by 11. That didn't qualify anyway. It was 8.5 by 14. So for the person that has the 8.5 by 14 and the kit, I will refund you the difference for the discount for your paper. So you'll see a refund for that, okay? All right. All right. Oh, yeah. I said I was going to explain that. I'm going to do it while I set this one up as far as what the sublimation. So for summer school, it's not necessarily about teaching you sublimation, teaching you all the ins and outs of sublimation. I have a sublimation seminar for that. The summer school is all about, hold on, pause. The summer school is about, it's business. So it's creative business summer school. So it's not a sublimation seminar. So we're not going over everything. Whoa, I'm tilted. Top to bottom. First day is about designing. So it's emphasis on drinkware and some tips for apparel, but we're going to press shirts. But you guys have seen me press shirts 1,001 times. But that's always an easy one to kind of do when it comes to shirts. So we're going to go over talking about designing for shirts, whether it is a center print, how you have to design if it's all over, if you how to avoid having that like boxy look for certain backgrounds. So it's about design for certain things. We are going to, the day 2 is always about the business side of it. So we're going to talk about pricing. We're going to talk about where to source your things from. If you're doing it for promotion, just for your business, if you're looking to sell items, we're going to talk about the best ways to get them. We're going to talk about pricing and marketing for those items. And then the last day is going to be actually hands-on, and we're going to go through my technique for doing tumblers and mugs and doing a shirt so that you can test out my method where I press it a second time so that you can remove the line of demarcation. So it's just kind of a walkthrough. You're doing it live with me. So it is not a full-on sublimation for beginners. This is Creative Business Summer School. So we're going to teach you how sublimation can benefit your business, whether you monetize it and you actually sell sublimation products, or if you simply just use sublimation to complement your business and make promotional items for yourself. Okay? All right. So how we do this, I have to cut this down really, really close to the edge, right? So this will be the one where I'm going to cut it down right to the edge. Okay? I'm going to, dang it, I didn't necessarily do the bottom crapola. Okay. We're going to have to I forgot all about that part. Okay. So I kind of roll that toward like right towards the end of it, making sure I push it towards the back that way. Come on, stay folded. This is one reason why I don't like doing full coverage on this. It takes up too much. It takes too much work. And I kind of move that over some. So we're going to go like that. We're going to put some tape. And I have to cover up this opening because it's exposed. That was just so that I can properly fold the paper. All right. We're going to hold this up against the heat press for the 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not going to really count. Now, if I really wanted to, because it swings away, I can technically drop this so that it counts down. But I don't want to. So I'm pressing it up against it. This is why I don't do, and I recommend using a glove. Don't be like me. But I don't like doing all over. This, I normally put someone's logo on it and just kind of leave it. I don't really like doing the all over. I don't recommend trying to do all over for every single sublimation substrate that you have. But, okay, that's probably around like 30 seconds, I'm guessing. Okay. Then we're going to do the other side. Use gloves. Don't be like me. Don't be stubborn like me. Thank you guys for the 2,000 likes. Although we've been on for almost 2 hours, we can definitely do better than that. I think before we get off, we can get up to 4,000 likes. I think that's been 30 seconds. That feels hot. Okay, that should be about 30 seconds. Hopefully it was. We're going to press this side for 30 seconds and then press the other side and we will be done. So once I get off of here, the discount goes away. Okay, yeah, so I just fixed it because it was only until 9. I only planned on being on here until 8:30. I did change it to 9. Then I went to being on 9:30. How many pieces of paper did I use for all of these items? I still have some left. It was, I'll tell you now, hold on. It was one. Technically, I did that one twice. This was set up like this. I technically did that twice, so that was 2, 4, 6, 7 sheets of 13 by 19. And I still have some prints left. Oh, I forgot about the bottom. And this is now hot. Dang it. I forgot about the bottom. That's okay. Hold it up like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or you can use an easy press too for the sides. 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. And I didn't hold it on one side, and I didn't hold it enough. I didn't hold it long enough on one side. So you can see that the design is now wrapped around it. This side, I guess I didn't hold it. You can see it at the top, but I guess I wasn't pressing it at the bottom. That's why I don't like to do all over, but you can see where the design is wrapped around here. And I didn't hold the bottom long enough. And probably because it had already, that's why you have to do this side first. You're supposed to do side, side, bottom. But there was probably, there's still some ink at the bottom. But I don't know why the bottom didn't do it. Where is my one that I normally keep over here? I don't know where it's at. But yeah, it messed up on the bottom. But on the side, you can see where the design wraps around it. Here, it wraps around it. If you hold it up there properly. But I normally do it like a little taco. So there's that one. So all of these, except for the slate, 365, 30 seconds. So this is everything that we pressed tonight. And we pressed them 365 degrees, 30 seconds, except for the slate. That's the only thing that we pressed longer. We pressed that we pressed one side of the sock for 60 seconds, and the slate was pressed for 2 minutes. Everything you see here, 365, 30 seconds. So you can see the difference in it being a lot of white and seeing the design curl around it. And then this, I'm going to put on the compact. You take the double-sided adhesive and pull off the backing. And then you pull off the top part, the top layer or backing, and that leaves the adhesive. And you're going to drop that. It doesn't cover the whole thing. It works out a little better if you do put a little bit of heat tape. That way you can line it up perfectly. Like in the center. There we go. And there's your little mirror. Someone asked about bridal shower gifts. This is a good one for some with sublimation. Why are you not closing? What do you mean? Why am I not closing the heat press? You can leave your heat press up like that. I'm not sure what you mean by why I'm not closing the heat press. Oh, you mean turning it off? Is that what you mean? I'm gonna turn it off in a minute because I'm done. But all of these items, except for this is the only thing, and I don't know where that other socket is. This is the side that was done at 60 seconds, and it's duller than this side. But everything else, 365, 30 seconds. All right. Any questions before I hop off of here? Guys, you will have all of a good 5 minutes. I'll be nice. I'll leave it till 11 because it's only, like 20 minutes or so? Not to 11. I mean 10 because I set it to that. So you'll have until 10 to take advantage of the additional 15% off discount. It's automatic at checkout. You don't have to do anything. It's for 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17. Whether you are getting the single pack, the 3-pack, or if you want to get a case, you can save 15% off on 8.5 by 14 and 11 by 17. Oh, we have 2 more things. We have the MDF. Even though this is thick, all done, 365, 30 seconds. Because I was doing the sides. You can't close the heat press doing the sides. So I held it up to it because I was doing the sides so that it wraps around here. Now for the top and bottom, I pressed it. But for the sides, you got to hold it. You are the GOAT. Thank you for this live. You are very welcome. I got so much cleaning up to do tomorrow. It's ridiculous. All right, y'all. Thank you guys so very much for hanging out with me for all this time. Well, we're at 2 hours and 30 minutes. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be... Oh, wait, I did go over the Sublimation Summer Sessions. I did go over that. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.